Peace, family. I'm doing this video about Barbie's Dream House, the movie that just came out. It's Monday, and as I was looking at some information, I think it said that Barbie had brought in like $133 million. Number one in the box office, beat out this other movie that I want to go see, Oppenheimer. One of the reasons why this movie is so popular is, number one, is the fact that Barbie is an iconic doll. This thing was around when I was a kid. Everybody knew about Barbie, boys and girls. I knew about Barbie. I did not play with her. But I know Barbie was very popular with the girls. And now today they have a movie about her. And so now parents can relive this moment of their youth and introduce their child to an iconic doll that was around when they were kids. Also, what made this movie so popular, it was being pushed by business and industries. I couldn't look on my cell phone 10 minutes without seeing a reference to Barbie popping up through all types of ads, apps, and everything. Even Geico was promoting on their commercials on TV. And then now that the movie has been out, now people are coming back telling me that this movie was not appropriate for children. It was a lot of gay references, sex, and language that's not appropriate. All these things was inconsistent to the Barbie that we knew as children. And then one of my friends asked me, why would they make a movie like that? And see, now when you ask a question in that reference, when you ask a question like that, the Bible, let me say this, the Bible say, my people perish for lack of knowledge. I'm going to say, my people perish for willful ignorance. If I was to tell you why they did a movie like this, disguise it like this, and then you reject this information, then you come up with another solution. You come up with another answer that's better. The reason why they made this movie like this is because it's not about, I used to think that Disney, Warner Brothers, all these other movie studios was about imagination, dwelling into the mind, coming up with storylines and just bringing it to life on the movie screen. But now, as an adult, I see that it's not about imagination. It is about agenda. And see, and they disguised this movie in pretty colors, bright lights, to make it and put out the most innocuous previews, not to give you the what this movie is really about. They just gave you just a few sounds, a few bite-sized nuggets of what you can assume this movie is about. Then once you done paid for your tickets and everything and got into the movie, now you see the real purpose behind it. They're trying to expose your children to a lifestyle that's inconsistent to not only the Barbie character, but to morality that we base our lives on. I remember as a child, my mother took me to go see Cooley High. And one of the teenagers was getting down, well, I think she was a teacher. And my mother looked down, and I'm sitting there, my eyes just, and she, Jonathan, cover your eyes. Cover my eyes. Are you kidding? Yeah, I'm gonna cover them all right. They covered. Can you see? No, can't see nothing. I got my eyes glued to that screen. If the parents today was like parents of yesterday, do you think you can sit down there and tell your kids to cover their eyes? You think they would stop? They wouldn't even pretend like they're covering their eyes. These kids are bombarded with this stuff everywhere. And There has to be an agenda, an alternative. We cannot keep ignoring the fact that these people are trying to push homosexuality, alternative lifestyles on our children. And if you don't think that this answer is appropriate, then you tell me. Why would you take an iconic Barbie doll that was the epitome of what a woman should be, and then put her in a movie, and then introduce all this gay and lesbian lifestyle, seeing Barbie character in sex and all? Why would they do that? I was watching this movie called First Contact, and they was using a clip of Bill Clinton as president, and they said that, do you know the president has yet to say the word gay on national TV? And at the time this movie was made, the gay population was around 1%. So out of every 100 people, only one person identified as gay. Now today, with this Barbie movie, you have 7.2% of people identify other than heterosexual or straight. They identify either as gay, lesbian, transgender, non-binary, or something. And even if these people answer 100% honest and true, when you see there's 300 million people in this country, and 7 out of 100 is identifying openly other than heterosexual or straight, and if you multiply that number up until you get to 300 million, do you realize how large a gay population that we have? And the larger this number is, the more problematic it's going to become. And if you ask these people to answer this question are 100% truthful, you're looking at maybe 14%. 14 out of every 100. At least. And we have no alternative to combat this. I said that I was talking to another so-called conscious person. I said, you know what, when you look at the lack of success that these social organizations have had, especially for black people, when you look at the NAACP, they should have diversified their approach. The NAACP should be the mother company to NAACP Studios, where we do put out our own movies. Barbie made $133 million. Do you know what an organization 5 people could do if we made $133 million in one weekend? Even after paying the studios and actors and all that other stuff, you will still have millions of dollars left to push our agenda. You can make movies that when you market a movie towards a specific age group, the content is appropriate for that age group. Don't nobody want to keep going to these movies while they are marketing to children, but the content screams adult. And if you think it's bad now, keep doing what you're doing. It's going to get worse. This Barbie's dream house, this ain't no dream house. This is a nightmare. And if we don't wake up and build our own alternatives, it's going to get worse, and we're going to have only ourselves to blame. And I'm going to end this video here. And if you like this message, and if you like this content, and if you like this pressure that I put on our oppressor, put a little pressure on that follow, subscribe, and share button, and catch me in my next video. Ashe.